What's up with this ski mask bit?
You are Locked On Lions, your daily Detroit Lions podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
And a pleasant Wednesday afternoon, everybody. Locked On Lions is back. Matt Dery with you on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day on a Wednesday, September 13th, and it's Thursday, September 14th. Our Locked On Lions, Locked On Seahawks Thursday crossover tomorrow with Corbin Smith, the host of the Locked On Seahawks podcast, will commence tomorrow. We'll bring that to you. Got a Friday show. We'll get you some keys to the victory and get you ready for Sunday's game with Seattle at Ford Field, the home opener, right here on the Locked On Podcast Network. Thanks for checking us out wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for subscribing on YouTube. We are over 7,000 subscribers. Let's get to 8. Let's get to 9. Check us out on the Locked On Lions YouTube channel. Today's show brought to you by a new sponsor today, and that is our friends at Jase Medical. Empower yourself when you purchase a Jase case, providing you with a personal supply of 5 antibiotics that treat 50-plus infections. Get yours today at jasemedical.com. That's Jase medical.com. You can find us on Twitter at Dery Speaks, Dery Speaks, at Locked On Lions on Twitter, the Matt Dery Facebook fan page, also at The Real Matt Dery on Threads. And again, thank you for watching on our Locked On Lions YouTube channel. Our good friend Robert Banker, Gaines Media. Robert, hopefully you're feeling better, buddy. We wish him the best as he had a little medical procedure. He is one of our everydayers. Shout out to our everydayers that are out there. All right, coming up on the show today, I got to address this ski mask issue that is apparently running wild downtown and with the Lions and Allen Park and with the Lions fan base. Jared Goff is doing something only 2 other quarterbacks in NFL history have done. We'll talk about that and how key it is for this team. And also, is Ford Field going to be ready for Sunday's onslaught of fans? And I don't mean the fans and on the field. I'm talking about stuff off the field. All of that today right here on Locked On Lions. All right, so I have been extremely positive over the last, year? Over the last month? Months, plural. The Lions are in great shape. They are doing awesome, all right? They are the favorites to win the division. They're playing really good football. Already. They won at Kansas City. The culture's there, the roster, there's depth there. We see depth at linebacker. We see depth in the secondary. Offense is looking good, even though they only scored 14 points last week. But still, we're very high on a lot of players on the team. And I've been one to, trumpet and beat the drum for this organization. I'm feeling really good hosting this show about this football team. And heck, number 7 in the ESPN Power Rankings, number 7 in the Locked On Power Rankings. So all things are positive. Don't love what's going on with the fans and the home opener this Sunday and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. And I'm a CJ Gardner-Johnson fan. I love that the Lions have kind of a badass on their defense that talks smack and backs it up. The guy is an excellent football player and safety / nickelback. And I love the signing of Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. But yesterday, following practice, CJ GJ was interviewed, and he the other day wore a ski mask under his helmet. And it's kind of his thing. And it was, a blue ski mask. And he said to the media, I want all of our fans to get these blue ski masks and wear them, right? Because Brad Holmes called us villains, right? He had the villain sweatshirt. We're the villain. We're tough. We're badass. Let's pack Ford Field with these blue ski masks and show how, that we're this tough, badass, no respect thing. What is this? Ski masks? Like, the Lions have won 1 game this year. 1. Now, albeit they beat the Super Bowl champs, knocked off the Chiefs in Kansas City. It's pretty damn good. There were some doubters, all right? Even me. I didn't pick them to win. But this notion that the fans should go out and buy ski masks and wear them as like, hey, remember when the Lion fans had bags over their heads? Now we wear these ski masks. We're tough and we're the villains. I don't like it. I remember when Hunter Dickinson, do you guys remember this? Hunter Dickinson last year, the trash talking, at times annoying former Michigan big man, put on a little ski mask before the Wisconsin game and said, we're going in there so tough, so badass. We had the fight with Wisconsin with Juwan Howard and the Wisconsin coach last year. We're the bad guys. We're going to go in ski masks. And what happened? Wisconsin handled Michigan. They lost. It's a really bad look. All is so positive right now at Ford Field. The connotation of ski masks, I don't like it. I think it's negative. I think it's, maybe I'm old guy on the lawn telling you to get off his lawn. Maybe I'm old guy on the porch, but to me, I've been here long enough since 1996 that I know that the connotation of what a ski mask is, and then you put the Detroit thing in there and what people might say nationally. And I think it's negative and I don't like it. I don't. And I know what Chauncey Gardner-Johnson's saying. It's not the negative bank robber ski mask thing. It's the opposite. It's a tough villain, something to put over our heads. But me personally, I think the Lions story is a great story. I think it's a positive story. I like that they're still underdogs to some people. I like that there's still some national media saying, yeah, Lions might win the NFC North, but they're the Lions. They'll fold. Okay. And I get what Gardner-Johnson is doing by trying to rally the fan base and say, our fan base is crazy. We're loud. We're nasty. We're going to wear these ski masks and scare the Seahawks. Could we do something else? Ski masks? I'm not into it. And I hope it doesn't turn into something where Seattle comes in and wins and everybody mocks us. And then they're like, what's with the ski masks? And Detroit, it's a dangerous city. Why? Just wish it would go away. I hope this is a 1 week thing and that's it. I'm not. Wear your jerseys. Get loud. Go nuts. Be loud when Geno Smith and the Seattle offense is on the field. Make their life miserable. That's fine. But I don't like the ski mask thing. I just don't get it, and I don't think it's positive. That's just me. You may disagree. Put some comments out there on the YouTube page. Hit me up on Twitter at Dery Speaks. Hit me up on the Facebook page as well. But I'm not going to wear first of all, I'm not going to the game. I'm going to stay home and watch it so we can bring you a podcast, post-game pod Sunday. But I'm not going out and buying a ski mask. Apparently, Amazon is already sold out here in Detroit. No one can get a blue ski mask, so the fans are going to wear them. So I don't know. I just don't. I think things are so good right now with this team and with the organization and the fans. I just don't think a ski mask is the answer. But this is what Chauncey Gardner-Johnson wants to do. Maybe it'll rally the team. Maybe they'll blow the Seahawks out. Maybe everybody will wear them next week, and maybe I'll be proven wrong. But this is not my thing. So that's my opinion. That's what we bring you on this show. I bring you opinions each and every day of what's going on with the team and tell you what I think. So that's what I think. Jared Goff, there's nothing negative about his play right now. We're going to talk about him coming up next and what he is doing. But our partners at eBay Motors have teamed up with Locked On Fantasy Football host Vinny Iyer to bring you some of the best fantasy picks each week, all season long. Whether you're prepping for a daily draft or scouting the waiver wire, every week we're going to provide you players that are guaranteed to fit on your roster. So let's see who Vinny has picked out for us for week 2's eBay Guaranteed Fit Fantasy Picks of the Week. Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins got 8 targets, put up 0 fantasy points last week in the against the Browns' tough secondary, and the Bengals loss to Cleveland. But Higgins gets a big shot to rebound big time this week against a much weaker Ravens secondary at home. The Texans had success throwing outside of their wideouts, and Higgins has a history of massive volume versus Baltimore when he's healthy. Stick with Higgins in what should be a high-scoring affair as he makes quick amends opposite Jamar Chase. Vinny Iyer from Locked On Fantasy Football going to help you win your fantasy championship. And eBay Motors knows the championship team is about each player being a perfect fit. Same with your vehicle. With over 122 million parts for your number one ride or die, you can make sure your ride stays running smoothly with brake kits, LED headlights, roof rack, bumpers, whatever your baby needs, eBay Motors has it. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, it's guaranteed to fit your ride the first time, every time, or your money back. Plus, at these prices, you're burning rubber, not cash. All right. Keep your ride or die at ebay.com/motors. Great website, easy to do. ebay.com/motors. eBay Guaranteed Fit, only available to U.S. customers, eligible items only, exclusions apply. All right, so this stat has been making the rounds, and I should be taking a task for not bringing it up more, but here it is. Jared Goff is on a historical pace right now. It has not been since week 9 of last season, week 9, that Jared Goff has thrown an interception. Since that time, the Lions have rattled off, 9 out of 11 wins, playing really good football. And he is now, Jared Goff, third all time in pass attempts without an interception. The streak right now sits at 359 consecutive attempts without a pick. That's unbelievable. All right. Now, remember last week, Patrick Mahomes threw a perfect pass to Kadarius Toney. It went right through his hands, and it was Brian Branch's interception for a touchdown. Wasn't Mahomes' fault, right? You almost are supposed to have bad luck. Ball hits a referee or an umpire in the middle of the field. Ball hits a guy in the helmet. Wind for an outdoor game drags a deep ball down, and it goes into the hands of a defender. Jared Goff has thrown 359 consecutive passes without an interception. Third largest streak or longest streak in NFL history, behind Aaron Rodgers, 402, and Tom Brady, 399. That's amazing. And there should be no coincidence that the reason why the Lions are playing so well, and the reason they've won 9 of their last 11 going back to last year, they've taken care of the football. Credit to number 16. All right. Jared Goff, when he first started with the Lions 3 years ago, was a fumble machine. All right. Every game he lost a fumble, it seemed like, in 2021. Small hands. Remember, Jared Goff's got small hands. He can't, he would throw a bad interception, a pick six to start a half, which he did on numerous occasions at the beginning of last year. But something's clicking with him and Ben Johnson and this offense, and it's fantastic. You have to take care of the football if you're going to have success in this league. All right. We saw it the other night with Buffalo. Why did the Bills lose to the Jets? Is Josh Allen an inferior quarterback to Zach Wilson? Of course not. But Josh Allen had 3 interceptions and a lost fumble. That's why they lost. They nearly won. They were in overtime with the ball. So the Lions are playing well, and a lot of it is this statistic. All right, I can give you some stats all day, but this one's big. And Goff is just 40 passes away from tying Tom Brady for second all time. I didn't just mention, Derek Anderson or David Carr or Vinny Interceptaverdi. All right. Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers are both first ballot Hall of Famers, and both have these long streaks. And here comes Jared Goff, 2 years ago, fumbling and turnover machine. Now all of a sudden, taking care of the football, Ben Johnson system, sure-handed guys like Amon-Ra St. Brown, utilizing the tight end, the play action passing game, not making mistakes. And the Lions have been winning football games. So keep an eye on this. We'll see what happens this Sunday. Certainly Seattle's got some guys, including Tariq Woolen and some others that are really good. Bobby Wagner, 19 tackles, that could step in front of a pass. Hopefully we're not jinxing Jared Goff, but 359 consecutive throws without an interception is pretty impressive. So kudos to Jared Goff, who's resurrected his career here in Detroit, playing great football. And is a big reason why this team is in first place in the NFC North, and the offense has been clicking. We're top 5 last year. Moved the football pretty well this past Thursday night against the Chiefs. Didn't really amount to a lot of points, but we saw a lot of positive things. So, and oh, by the way, Jahmyr Gibbs will be touching the football more. Dan Campbell said it this morning on 97.1 The Ticket, kind of being interviewed by Stoney and Jansen about, and he knows it. They're just easing Jahmyr Gibbs in. I, for one, want to see more touches. But Dan Campbell kind of promised that to us today, as he said that on the Ticket morning show. All right, coming up next, a fan question. I'm looking out for the fan base. We will do that coming up next. First, I want to tell you about our friends at Jase Medical. Everyone should be empowered to care for themselves and their loved ones during the unexpected, right? That's why Jase Medical, Jase, offers the Jase case. The Jase case provides 5 life-saving antibiotics for emergency use and gives you a peace of mind so that you are not just hoping that you have access to medication in an emergency. Jase Medical makes sure you have the meds in hand. Jase Medical is simple. They handle everything from the online evaluation to licensed pharmacy, medication delivery, and ongoing consultation and care. Don't get caught unprepared. Save more than $360 by getting these life-saving antibiotics with Jase, Jase Medical, plus an additional $20 off if you use the code LOCKEDON at checkout at jasemedical.com. That's Jase medical.com, promo code LOCKEDON. And hey, Matt Dery here to tell you about our friends at PrizePicks. Oh my goodness gracious. PrizePicks is so awesome and fun and simple to play. I can make my picks and submit my entry in less than 60 seconds. All right. It's simple. Quick withdrawals, easy gameplay, an enormous selection of players and stat types are what makes PrizePicks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Win like 25 times your money with PrizePicks. All right. This week, what do you think? Saquon Barkley, go for more than 60 yards. Patrick Mahomes, more than 2 passing touchdowns. PrizePicks offers weekly promotions as well. And it's fantastic. All right. Look for Lions players on PrizePicks. If you think they're going to go more or less than the 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, 100 yards, 80 yards, whatever it is simple and fun to play. And you're going to win a lot of money. Go to prizepicks.com/LockedOnNFL. Use code LockedOnNFL for a first deposit match up to $100. That's prizepicks.com/LockedOnNFL. Use the code LockedOnNFL for a first deposit match up to $100. PrizePicks, daily fantasy sports made easy. All right, so I will have some spies in the building on Sunday when the Lions take on the Sea Chickens. Pete Carroll and company coming to town. Last year, of course, Seattle was in a track meet with the Lions and won. We'll see if Detroit can return the favor this coming Sunday. Seahawks last year were good. That was a good football team, but I don't think they're as good this year. We'll see, too, about their tackles and whether they will be ready to play. Anyway, what I want to bring up is the following. It is going to be standing room only at Ford Field. This is going to be the most anticipated home game in a long time downtown. Why? Lions are hot, playing great, home opener. Fans are dying for a winner because they've been watching hockey, basketball, and baseball in this town. And people are jacked up for the home opener and to pay back in Seattle. My question is, what's going to happen at the turnstiles? How long are the waits going to be to get into the stadium when you need to be wanded and you need to put your wallet and your keys and your phone through the metal detectors? What about concession stands? All right, we know this right now. Hospitality business is tough. It is not easy to be hiring folks, finding good folks that want to work. Will there be long, long lines at the concession stands? Will the Lions and Ford Field be prepared for this onslaught of standing room only crowd down at the corner of Brush and Adams? Only time will tell, but I am telling you, I have some doubts. I hope I'm wrong, but this is going to be some sort of crowd on Sunday. And I just hope that they're ready for this. So like I said, I've got to know a bunch of people going to the game. I'm going to find out Sunday evening, Sunday night. How was your experience? Hopefully all the concession stands are open. The people are moving quickly. The workers are on their A game, because this could be one of the largest, if not the largest crowd in that stadium's history. And people are so excited. So let's see if this takes place, because it's important. It's important. These crowds are going to be like this all year. They've sold out season tickets. I'm hoping that the vendors and everything else, everybody's on their A game, because this is a big event coming up Sunday at 1:00. All right, that'll do it for Locked On Lions. Corbin Smith, Locked On Seahawks tomorrow for the crossover. Let's find out a little bit more about the Seahawks and how they couldn't stop the Rams last week. We'll do that tomorrow right here on Locked On Lions. Thanks.